Dogwood Arts and send it back to World's Fair Park with Brittany Bailey. Hey, Brittany.
Hey, John, we certainly are celebrating here. It's a fun day here at World's Fair Park for the Dogwood Arts Festival. You may hear the music is happening behind me, and we're just surrounded by vendors, and it's just such a cool atmosphere. We are so thankful that the sun came out, even though it's a little bit muggy. But this event is celebrating 70 years, Dogwood Arts is. You may remember the trails opened back in 1955, and it was a way to say, hey, we're not so bad here in Knoxville. Look how beautiful we are. And from there, it branched out to include this festival. So let's take a look back at how this all bloomed from one seed of inspiration. By now, you've probably heard the story. In the 1940s, well-known author John Gunther described Knoxville as the ugliest city he had ever seen in America.
You know, that made people in Knoxville very angry, and the garden clubs got together and started planting the dogwood trails.
The club started with the Dogwood Trails in 1955, and once that seed was planted, community pride grew and grew and grew.
By 1961, so many people were coming from all over the country, the region, to visit Knoxville in the springtime that, you know, the city and different business owners got together and said, you know, we need to do something to entertain these people while they're here.
And with that, the Dogwood Festival was born. Shannon Herron says the festival of the 60s, though, has evolved during the years.
It started in Market Square on the mall up there. It used to be a full 2-week event, and so we had volunteers who worked 2 full weeks and different artists coming in every weekend and things like that. So we added the music component after that, and so after COVID, we moved the event to World's Fair Park.
Dogwood Arts has grown from a volunteer-led beautification effort into a full-time nonprofit that celebrates spring.
We used to have the Dogwood Parade, and so that was something everyone always looked forward to on Gay Street. One of my favorite parts of the festival now is when adults will come up to us at the info booth and they'll be like, oh, I was a clogger in the 90s at the Dogwood Arts Festival, or my school performed on stage at the Dogwood Arts Festival, and that's one of my favorite memories.
And as for that ugly comment made all those years ago, that voice has long been silenced thanks to beautiful blooms and the history behind them.
We're still planting trees, but we're also painting murals and we're putting sculptures all over town. And you know, everything we do, we're just trying to make this community better and trying to invite people to visit Knoxville, to see how, you know, thriving our artist and maker culture is here.
And again, back here live in World's Fair Park. And by the way, the festival moved here several years ago. It used to be in Market Square, if you recall that. Now it has grown to include more than 150 vendors you can wander around and see. And this all goes until 7 tonight. Then it'll pick back up again tomorrow from 10 to 7. And then on Sunday from 10 to 5 as well. And if you'd like more information about it, you can go online. By the way, this has been voted one of the top 10 best art festivals in the U.S. And if you want to find out more about it, again, you can go online, and you can also sign up for workshops if you'd like. They are $10 each, limited seating though, and there's a cartoonist conversation Saturday, so you can meet members of the National Cartoonist Society. That's happening tomorrow at 3 in the Maker Experience tent. You also may be wondering about parking, so let's go over that for a moment. You can find that information again on the Dogwood Arts website. Some of the closest parking you'll find is in the 11th Street Garage, the Locust Street Garage, and Market Square Garage. Well, coming up, we are going to be celebrating more artists because that's what Dogwood Arts is about, right? Not only the ones who are seasoned and have been here for years, but also those up-and-coming artists. So stay with us for more of this Live 10 About Town.